up, everybody? It's your girl Michi G. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Not only welcome back to my channel, but welcome back to Beauty Academy. Woohoo! Woo-hoo. Today's Beauty Academy is gonna be over how to color correct. You ever see like makeup and you're like, oh my god, it looks flawless, but that person without makeup has so many scars or pimples or whatever on their face, but it's covered? Like, how did it happen? In some cases, it's full coverage foundation, but if you don't have full coverage foundation, 9 times out of 10 they color corrected. So I'm gonna go over how to do that, what that is, in this video today. Now that you guys, of course, know about undertones, I don't know if you've ever been in like a beauty supply store or any store, Walmart, any place that sells makeup, and you've seen something like color corrected. For example, this right here. Or a palette that has like 4 colors. It's like this orange color, green, yellow, and I think I've seen white. That is color corrector. Unfortunately, I only have one. This is the one I use. And to me personally, LA Girl Pro Conceal is the perfect concealer and color corrector ever. Like, I love LA Girl Pro. I always say that. Say that wrong every time. To me, they have the best products, even foundations. But this is what I use to color correct. Let me explain about the different colors. So I personally use orange corrector because I'm a warm tone. I could use yellow, and essentially that would probably be a little bit better. It would brighten my face a little bit more. But to me, I'm scared of like a super bright face. So for me, I want to tone it down a little bit and add, like, keep the color, if that makes sense. I could, yes, use the yellow because I am a warm tone, golden tone. But I personally prefer to use the orange corrector. Now, if you are a cool tone, you would use the green corrector. I'll insert a picture of the green corrector here and all the other correctors. And that would be more so for, like I said, the cool tones. You can use the white corrector if you're a little neutral. If you've watched the undertone video, you'll know what neutral is. But the white undertone could go for neutral colored skin as well. Now that we know those basics, let's apply color corrector. So usually what I do, and it has a little brush applicator on it. So as you guys can see, I have spots and moles and old pimple scars on my face that I'm trying to get away, trying to make them go away. I'm really trying, but in the meantime, we're going to color correct them. I just gently apply, and it doesn't have to be over every spot, but most of the spots. So though I love my moles, I try to correct those as well because I want my makeup to look flawless. So I just put a little bit within the area, and then depending if you're like me, I personally put it under my eyes as well, just a little bit. Now I will say, with adding color corrector, you don't want to do a super lot. Oh, like that's kind of a little bit of a lot right there. I just told y'all I don't use a lot, and then I use a lot. I do put a little bit under my eye. It was the tube's fault, not mine. I promise y'all, I wasn't trying to use a lot on purpose. If you accidentally put a lot, you can wipe it off or just add it towards your cheek. So basically, once you have it applied, and then you just simply spray the sponge, of course, because we spray our sponge always for any time we're blending out anything, and we just blend it out. Also, a hack that someone told me, one of my cousins told me actually, is that they use red lipstick. So, you know, if you don't have orange color corrector, you can also use red lipstick, and that will pretty much work the same as well. Now with color corrector, you want to treat it like concealer. So you wouldn't, apply anything on top if it's wet. So blend it out all the way. All the way. Until you can't really see those spots anymore. we're done color correcting. As you can see, you can't really see too many spots. I have textured skin, so you can see the pimple, but you can't see the spot, like the coloration of it. And so that's the purpose of color correcting. So if you had green, if you're a cool tone, you would do the same thing. Apply the green over those spots and blend it out. If you can still see a little bit of the spots, you can actually apply a little bit more just to cover. Also, if you just feel like color correcting is doing too much, then you can also avoid this and do a full coverage foundation. So some full coverage foundation, some companies that have full coverage foundations, just off the top of my head that I can remember, NARS has some full coverage foundation, Too Faced. The Born This Way foundation to me is everything. They have some full coverage foundations. Did I say Anastasia? No, not Anastasia. Is it Anastasia? Anyway, the point is that there are most makeup brands have at least a section of full coverage foundations. If not, then just go to Sephora and ask, like, hey, I need to find some full coverage foundations. Milan, actually, this brand, even though it's not my color, this actually is a foundation that has not only foundation in it, but concealer and color corrector all in one. Milani. So now that we've color corrected, let's move on to foundation.